and things are growing and blooming and coming up like crazy here. It makes me feel this big. They say don't make videos for yourself, you make them for your subscribers.
Fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnapped me.
Hi friends, welcome back to the homestead. If you're new here, my name is Lynn. Welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you've guessed by the title, we have a few things to talk about today. And we are outside. I thought I'd bring you along for a garden tour now that everything is officially planted. Yay! And things are growing and blooming and coming up like crazy here this last week. We've had gorgeous weather for over a week now. It's still pretty cool at night, but daytime's really warm. The garden's loving it. And we have a few things, like I said, I want to talk to you all about, and let's get to it. But first, before we start, I thought I would show you one of my hibiscus bloomed overnight, and you have to see it. It is stunning. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This one's already had several blooms, and it looks like it's going to have more, but the pink one is just, oh, she's looking beautiful. So we're going to start over in the large garden build and check on a few things, and I will talk to you about what's been going on. And hopefully while we make our way further to the road, maybe the traffic will get a little bit better. I forgot to charge my microphone, so hopefully you all can hear me. But as we walk in to the large garden build, I have two planter boxes on either side of the door. And in this one, I planted climbing nasturtium and jeweled nasturtiums. Those are the little ones that are just now coming up, and the climbing ones have started. I planted them a little bit different time. And over here, the zinnias are starting to pop up. This is a plant pot of onions. I had so many onions, I got to the point where I literally was putting them everywhere and anywhere I could find spot. Honestly, I don't even know if they'll all make it, because I know I crowded some of them, but I was getting to the point where I just had to get them into something and be done with it. So we're now in the garden build, and if you saw my short, I already harvested a whack of basil and freeze dried it, and it's growing back pretty steadily. I think I'll probably be harvesting maybe in another week or so, more basil, so that's great. One of my comfrey plants is blooming, looking great. Yellow beans are coming up. Again, more onions. I harvested quite a few of the leaves off of this comfrey plant to make comfrey tea for fertilizer for the garden in a couple of weeks. Bell peppers are looking great. They're starting to pop up. I think I'm seeing a few pest, couple holes maybe on some leaves, so I need to get out here with my organic bug spray, what's the word I'm looking for? Prevention, and get those taken care of. Tomatoes are doing amazing. Lots of flowers coming on them. And again, more onions. And those little sprouts you see right there are marigolds that I threw some seeds in there. Loofah are hanging in. I'm not going to lie, they're not looking great. We'll see. Again, more onions here. Everything needs watering. I haven't watered this morning. And I did put more onions over here, more marigolds in with the tomatoes. Those are all companion plants, so yeah, the loofah aren't looking great. I did fertilize them. I don't know. This is lavender that I up-potted from the old herb garden, and it's looking pretty good. More nasturtiums. My lettuce is sprouting up great, and that's just a live lettuce that you can buy from the store that I put in there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing any strawberry spinach. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I was seeing a couple little sprouts, but nothing. Look at the chamomile. I've already picked some. I will come out later. I do want to pick some herbs and freeze dry them today, and that's what I love about freeze drying. I don't have to wait and have only one kind of herb. I can literally freeze dry 5 different things on 5 different trays, and I don't have to worry about them intermingling with smell or flavor. So, because I don't have enough chamomile to do a whole load freeze dryer load, but I have enough to probably fill 1 tray, and I know I have lots of other herbs in the herb garden ready for harvesting. So, yeah, they'll be going in the freeze dryer today. More tomatoes popping up. They're doing great. I have, and more tomatoes. So many tomatoes this year. I Seen a few flowers on some of them, but they're coming up. Surprise, surprise, more onions. These are the muncher cucumbers that I planted. They're coming up great. And yes, more onions. So things are growing great in the garden. In this section, actually they're doing pretty good everywhere except for that loofah. I'm pretty happy. It's basically just hurry up and wait now so I can start harvesting. I do need to take a day and come out and weed. Things have been a little bit hectic and crazy. Aiden graduates high school in about a week. My mom is coming this weekend, so it's been a little bit hectic. I haven't been able to get out and weed as much as I want. I've tried to be keeping up with it. It doesn't look too bad, so I will hopefully get a day out here tomorrow and yeah, get that done. We spent all Father's Day weekend working, I should say, David did 98% of it, finishing the deck. I kind of was a support and doing things around, making sure he stayed hydrated and had his lunch and everything. But I'll take a few seconds now to talk about my plans for my channel going forward. Like the title says, it is not goodbye, but it's changing. When I started my channel almost 4 years ago, I really thought, I'll be lucky if I even reached, at the time you needed 1,000 subs in order to get monetized and 4,000 watch hours. I think it's changed a little bit. I'm not 100% sure, but at the time that's what it was. And then when it started happening and momentum started growing, I started letting myself have a few more dreams and hopes. And, you know, even though I was praying, I had some hopes that, okay, maybe this would be a blessing in our family's life and I could start bringing in a modest, I did not expect to be making like insane money, but modest amount of money to help pay for, you know, some little things. The kids' braces, at the time, both of them were still in braces. If that could just cover that every month, that would be a blessing, and maybe a few extra things here and there. I was really hoping. I have to be honest. And people don't necessarily like to talk about money. And I hate to come on and complain, you know, oh, social media creator complaining or whatever, but this is just how I'm feeling. I actually have not been paid in almost 3 months because I have not made the threshold, which is $100 every month. And meanwhile, it's costing me money to have my channel because I do invest in the channel. I pay for certain things, editing software, music, other things to help me, you know, make fairly, I hope, fairly good videos, if not great, at least good. And it's costing me money. I'm not even making enough to cover those things anymore. And I have to admit, it's a little bit hard on the self-esteem because at the end of the day, it's mainly me on this channel, and obviously it's something I'm doing. I have invested in courses. I have listened to all those who have been successful and telling you what to do, and quite frankly, a lot of it's backfiring on me, which is fair. Some of you didn't like the short I put out where I was doing the red clover flowers that I freeze dried, and I had mentioned, you know, to see what I'm going to be doing with these, please follow along on my YouTube channel, which, you know what, is fair. Doing that probably wasn't the greatest idea, but I had gotten suggested by one of those courses I took to try that, to engage and get more subscribers, and it kind of kicked me in the butt a bit. And one of the reasons I didn't show everything I'm doing because it takes time to do those things, but I should have said that in the video, and I agree. And but you know, I'm just trying to be successful at this, and I feel like I'm failing miserably, and it's not a good feeling. I was expecting, you know, mean comments and things like that would be hard on the self-esteem, but putting everything I have, and I mean, I have put so much time and work into this, and I don't mind hard work. I don't. Obviously, I wouldn't be homesteading. But when I work as hard as I am and I'm just not seeing any, I don't want to say payoff, but I'm not seeing, you know, the prize from all that hard work. It's really starting to get me down, and it has been a rough year, losing my grandmother and then losing my father suddenly right after my grandmother, and dealing with some health issues that I haven't spoke about on here. I may talk about those later, maybe when I have some answers. I will talk about them. It's not cancer. I don't have cancer again, but I am dealing with some things. Dealing some things with my children, with my husband. Something's got to give. Something has got to give, and I have decided going forward I'm only going to be uploading one channel a week for going forward. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing about the Every Bit Counts challenge in August. I am going to be participating, but in the years past I've literally uploaded a video a day showing what I did that day. I might go back to 3 videos a week and break the week up into 3 videos or 2 videos. We'll see. I haven't decided. I'll be deciding that probably in the next couple of weeks. So if you've noticed, videos have not been coming as often, that's why. I've already started doing one video a week, and I have to say it's a lot less stress. I am not stressing about, oh my gosh, what videos am I going to do this week? I got to get them done. I got to get them edited. I got to get them uploaded Tuesday. I got to get them uploaded, Sunday, Tuesday, and Saturday, I think is what I was doing. I've been all over the place. I've done Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I've tried everything. So I'm going to stick to Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be uploading a video, and hope we'll see where that goes from there. Yeah, you all have been great. I have so many faithful friends who come on and watch almost every video and comment and leave me a thumbs up. And I wish I had the words to express how much that means to me. It does. It means the world. But at the same time, I have over 25,000 subscribers, and I am not even getting a tenth of those. Maybe math, maybe not a tenth. Maybe I'm not even getting a quarter of those subscribers watching videos. So I don't understand. That's why at the end of the day, I don't think the subscriber count matters. I really don't. I don't think it matters. Because when I look at my analytics, again, another word I hate to use, because I hate it. I don't 100% understand it, and it's crazy. But when I look at the analytics, it's saying the majority, I'm almost 50-50 with subscribers and non-subscribers watching my videos. So at the end of the day, I don't think the subscriber number counts, other than it makes you feel good to see the big number there. I hope this isn't coming off as whiny and everything, because I don't want that. And not everybody is going to be making the big money off of YouTube, but I'm not going to lie. It is very discouraging. It makes it makes me feel this big. That's what's going to be going on with the channel going forward. You'll see the one video a week. And if something happens, you may see more videos, but I am just going to promise myself one video a week. I feel like I'm already feeling a little bit more rejuvenated just in the last couple of weeks, knowing that, I just have one video to share with all of you, so it helps me be more creative, gives me more time to film it, edit it, upload it, because my internet's been really weird the last 2 months too. I've gone from insane speeds to really crazy. I don't know what's going on. We have Starlink. I'm not sure why all of a sudden. I think maybe more people are on it now. I don't know, in our area, but it's crazy. And so that's frustrating, because it could take me a long time to upload even just a 10-minute video. I would like to know what kind of videos you'd like to see going forward. They say don't make videos for yourself, you make them for your subscribers. Well, then I need to know what my subscribers want to see for videos. I do have a little bit, I'm not going to give too much because it's nowhere near ready to announce, but I am making plans for something I'm hoping to announce at the end of summer that I'm feeling pretty excited about. And I know I shouldn't be teasing you with that, but I'm not ready. It's nowhere near ready for the announcement, but there is some good news here. So I love doing YouTube. I love chatting with all of you. I love talking and conversing with other people who love to grow food and can and freeze dry and all those things that go, home cooking, home baking, all those things that go with being a stay-at-home mom and a homesteader. I love that, and I need that. I need to hear from other people, because it can be pretty isolating, which is one of the reasons I love my Women in Homesteading group, because it's great to be able to talk with other women, especially who are living the same lifestyle and don't think we're crazy. But my self-esteem's taking a beating, and I don't have the greatest self-esteem to begin with, but it's taking a beating. I just feel like, what am I doing wrong that I just can't get this whole thing to work? So that's what's going. Not saying goodbye, but things are going to be changing. So enough of that. Let's get back to the garden tour. In the Newish Garden, it's our old gazebo that got torn apart in a storm that we repurposed to keep critters out. And I have potatoes coming. Those have just totally taken off. I only planted those maybe a week ago, so yay. More bell peppers, more bell peppers. If you remember, I said this was going to be potatoes, but I ran out of room for bell peppers, so I ended up purchasing these root bags off of Amazon. Pretty good price, so I was pretty happy with them. Oh, look! Surprise, surprise! More onions, potatoes, and I think I see, yep, there's a couple coming up in that. More onions, more onions. So it's two kinds of onions. It's purple onion and sweet onion. And my snow pea pods are looking good. They have exploded this last couple of days, so pretty excited to see them start climbing up over the little archway we made for them. And over in those pots, yep, you guessed it, onions. More onions. And here is some more yellow beans. I will be planting some more of these in probably another week or so. Trying to go every 2 weeks. I have the beans, so I might as well keep growing them, right? And then over here we have some more potatoes. So these potatoes I'm growing are going to be for us for fresh eating through the summer. I repotted my bee balm from my old herb garden, so that's in there. And shocker, more onions. Along in here, I planted some sunflowers. They're starting to pop up. There's different varieties in here. I can't wait to see all these growing up. And yeah, there's some weeds. I got to come in here and get those weeds, but they're starting to pop up already. This is at the end of that new garden build. So you can see here, I planted strawberries. I wasn't going to, but darn it, they say how strawberries are like the easiest things to grow, and I am not having any luck with them. I did get some strawberries off the plants last year, but I think because they were in the stacker pots, they didn't get any protection from the winter. So we planted 20. David and I planted these together a couple weeks ago, and I actually see a couple things sprouting up. We'll see how they are next year, but I did plant 20. And my red variety of rhubarb is growing great. And my little flower garden that is at the end of my garden build here, things are looking great. So we have echinacea here, lavender, in here is bells of Ireland, more echinacea, bells of Ireland, lavender, bells of Ireland, lavender, and then I just scattered all kinds of zinnias in there. I think I am seeing some morning glories because that's what was here before. I will be digging those out, though it was a big mistake because they are very invasive. But yeah, I see lots of zinnias popping up, and I just threw all kinds of things in there just trying to get this filled in. So it's nice to see. Obviously it needs some water, and the lavender could probably get harvested by the looks of it. And then my old faithful, 2 of my rhubarb are coming back, so I'll probably be harvesting that one more time this year. So we're going to go into the herb garden now, and I'm really excited to show you how I decided to do a lot of my herbs this year. So strawberries weren't the only thing that died on me in the stacker pots. Quite a few of the herbs did too. A lot of the mint, which surprised me, but again, they didn't have any kind of buffer being in, I think, the stacker pot. So going forward this year, I'm going to be bringing in my stacker pots that have the mints and things in them. We're going to be putting them in the garage. Yes, our garage is not heated, but it's still a buffer from the main wind and cold and everything. And I also decided to hang a lot of my herbs and pots, and we hung them. Let's see if I can show you. David installed some more beams for me here with hooks, and I just got some plant pots. I did get these off of Amazon, but I got these at our dollar store, and I've just got hanging herbs everywhere. I do have 2 more I have to hang. We ran out of hooks. I'm just gonna hang them with some zap straps, but we got some strawberry mint here, mint strawberry that we're I see a lot of herbs I got to come harvest and get in the freeze dryer, so that is obviously going to be happening sooner than later. But I'm just going to give you a quick tour of everything that's growing in here. So here in our first hanging pot, we have almond geranium, and that is obviously ready to start freeze drying. So I'll be coming out and picking that. And down here at the bottom in this plant pot, you guessed it, more onions. Apple mint. Some of these are a couple of new plants, but for the most part, these are all from last year and from my old herb garden that I dug up and are doing beautifully, and they need to be harvested. I've already done 1 load of apple mint. Looks like I'm doing another load. Down here, that's one of the pots that need to be hung. That is my sage, my regular sage. Everything needs water. I gotta get out here and water, I guess. I kept hoping it was gonna rain last night, but it didn't. And then over here, I have 2 more hanging pots. We have the white sage, which I'm really excited to be growing this year. That's new. And this is our Prince Orange Crescent Geranium. Everybody needs water. Everybody. Oh boy, that smelled good. I could smell that from here. This is my Bay Laurel that is growing. And in my stacker pot here, I did things a little bit different this year. I actually don't have as many stacker pots set up as I have in the past, and I love it. So this is chocolate mint that I just uprooted from the old herb garden. It's doing amazing in here. So again, that needs to be harvested. And I have thyme in these here, in these pots here. I have thyme, and then all down here, it's all cilantro, and they're doing great. And then in this pot here, we have fruit sage, which I've already harvested and did a load with, I think it was the basil the other day. I can't remember now, but I did do a load of that. Down here in this stacker pot, not much to look at right now, but I have my butterfly pea seeds and more jewel nasturtiums, and I do see something starting to sprout. So that's what's growing in this stacker pot. And in this stacker pot, it's all cinnamon basil. All of it, the whole thing. Again, that needs to be harvested. This I already harvested. This is, what are you? I think it's spearmint. Yes, this is spearmint that, again, harvested from the old herb garden and just threw it over here. And I've already had to pick some and freeze dry it. And then over here we have lemon thyme. That's everything in that one stacker. And up here we have, what is this one again? Orange fizz geranium. And man, is this ever fragrant. This smells so good. And then on this side of the herb garden, I have two more stackers, or hanging pots rather. And this one, it's the lime geranium. Oh, there's two in there. And this one is nutmeg geranium. Up here, we have some more sage. This is the Vicks plant, all from Richter's Herbs, and it does smell very much like Vicks. Down here, I have overwintered, this calendula, and then I threw in some new calendula too to kind of fill this in a bit. Very happy, that's growing amazing. This is coming back. I thought this died on me. This is my apple geranium that I loved last year. It makes amazing tea. That's coming back. I don't know if the honey melon sage is going to. There's still roots in the plant, so I've left it. It's not looking hopeful. There's nothing coming out of those sticks there, so I think that should have been brought into the house last year. Oh, we have a little toad here in the herb garden. Okay, you stay right there. Here I have a bunch of oregano, some overwintered and some I up-potted from my old herb garden, and some I just picked up recently from my friend Christina at my last Women in Homesteading meeting. She had some that she was selling, so I grabbed more to fill that in, and I put it, there's the toad. I put a few in here. They're not looking so great. So then we have lime balm, lemon balm. Lime balm I've already freeze dried. That is been replanted from the old herb garden. It looks like that could be trimmed up and freeze dried. And my last two pots, onions, chives, onions. Don't know if you can see him. He's right here. We got a little toady friend visiting in here. I hope he can find his way back out. I'm not even sure how he got in. Maybe when I opened the door he came in with me. I'm not sure, but got a little guy visiting. Elderberry are looking spectacular. I freeze dried so many actual berries last year that I'm looking forward to freeze drying some of the actual flowers this year. So I'll be harvesting a lot of these as the flowers, and pretty excited for tea. And they're loaded, so I think I'm gonna get plenty. Over here, I planted the white peony. I don't know if I showed you, we went to the, David says I'm no longer allowed at any more garden centers this summer, but I picked up a white peony. I'm pretty sure I talked about that. And I have two rose bushes that are starting to come back. Had to give them some love. My 25-cent peonies that I got at Walmart a couple years ago. So one of them is just bloomed today. I'm so happy. It smells so good over here. I don't know if I'll see any blooms, probably not, off of that one this year. One of the white ones broke off with the root still attached, so I planted it. It actually looks pretty good, so it might survive. I'm actually thinking about freeze drying some peonies for peony oil for soaps and lotions going forward. Stay tuned, we'll see if that's gonna work. Nice surprise, my wild rose just bloomed now. I looked out here yesterday, there was nothing, and it's blooming now, so these smell so good. I will definitely be freeze drying a bunch of these for different things I make with the rose petals. And my remembrance garden is all planted. There are sunflowers going along two sides here in honor of my grandfather Lyons, and of course my red, white, and blue plants for my dad, my grandmother's yellow rose, which she bloomed and now she's all dying off, but there's more buds coming. And of course my ivy that I have that hopefully will start growing soon and climb across there. But again, everything probably needs water. I really hoped it was gonna rain out last night, so I kind of didn't do it. And now I have to. So that is the garden tour for mid-June. It gets a little frustrating when I see so many other people are harvesting so many things already, but they're in a different zone, Lynn, so of course they're harvesting already. I think that's one of the reasons, just one of the reasons I love to grow herbs, because I'm pretty much harvesting them from the beginning of June right through to fall. So that makes me feel like I'm at least harvesting something. We really don't get busy here until August, September, into October, harvesting a lot of our plants, our vegetables and things. So pretty soon it's strawberries are ready down the road from us, so kids and I will be heading out picking some of them probably. Actually, we'll probably do that with my mom next week and get some beautiful local strawberries and freeze dry some and get that going and make more strawberry lemonade, because we've been going through what I canned last year like crazy. It is so good. If you didn't see that video, I'll share it here somewhere. It is so delicious. Very good. It's so yummy. Okay, friends, that is it for today. Again, thanks for coming along with me on this journey and listening to me whine a little bit today. I hope you understand going forward why I've chosen to drop down to one video a week for now, and hope that it works out. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this summer and bringing, that's one of the problems I find too, is because with my niche, homesteading, our life, a lot of things are repetitive. You're gonna see a lot of the same things all the time because our lives are very repetitive here. We collect eggs. If you have a dairy cow, you're milking the cow probably once or twice a day. I think it's twice a day. We're canning usually the same things. There might be occasional new recipe, but for the most part, we're canning the same things. And I'm sorry, I have a lot of bug bites and they're very itchy and I'm trying not to scratch them. So that's been hard, trying to find new content to film for you all to enjoy that you haven't already seen. So please let me know down in the comments what you would like to see going forward over the next several weeks. It will really help me figure out where to go. Until then, take care, God bless, and we'll see you all soon.